First day of NBA free agency on a Monday night. Lots of signings, a couple of trades, lots of things to talk about. We'll get into it all. My name is Shlomo Stark.
My name is Levi Jacob.
And this is the daily basketball recap. And Levi,
What's going on?
you switched up your intro. It threw me off.
Sorry, it's on me.
What was that about?
I thought I'd try something new.
I hear. Zach Folkman has been pushing that for a while.
That I should change up my intro?
Yeah. He told me he spoke to you about it.
Nope.
That's so funny. He told me he told you about it, but you're not changing it. But I just saw him this Shabbos, and he's like, I told Levi needs to change his intro, but he's not doing it.
Zach, we're
like,
calling you out, Zach. We're calling you out.
No, I'm not calling you out. I thought I was referencing Zach. I thought you were like listening to him.
Well, I'm calling him out. Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, back to basketball. That threw me for a loop for a second there. I think biggest news of the day was the Cam Johnson Michael Porter Jr. trade.
Yep.
Michael Porter Jr. was traded to the Brooklyn Nets for Cam Johnson and an unprotected first-round pick in 2026. I saw a great tweet about this. I don't remember who tweeted it, but it said, the Nets traded Cam Johnson for an unprotected first-round pick and a better version of Cam Johnson. That was great. Great tweet. Obviously, it's not that simple because MPJ has been not healthy, has been known to no-show from time to time. And I think this trade's a win-win because the Nuggets need out of the Michael Porter Jr. business. So they even have to attach draft picks to his trade, right, to him because people know they need out of the business. But they got a great. I love Cam Johnson.
Do you have his contract number? Michael Porter Jr. is 37 this year, 37 million.
I don't have it on me, but it's expensive.
I think it's somewhere around there. Cam Johnson is, I think, somewhere around, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around 15. Great price reduction for them. Like this is like the ideal, honestly, because you still have Nickeil Jokic.
Yep. Nickeil Jokic and Cam Johnson. Well, I can't think of anyone Nickeil Jokic isn't a good fit with, but
right,
they're a great fit. They're out of the MPJ business. They have some flexibility with the roster now, and the Nets, who are I don't know if they're tanking or trying, but they get Michael Porter Jr., who's an asset. We'll see. Maybe they can get something out of him, and they get the first round pick. It's a win-win.
Dude, on the flip side of that, it's starting to look like all of those players that they drafted that can pass the basketball were necessary because between him and Cam Thomas, there's no passing. So they're going to need a lot of people who can pass the ball.
There you go. I'm very excited about the Nuggets.
This is a good move for them. I also think that he plays better defense than Michael Porter Jr. Like, it's not elite defense, but it is better defense. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm happy for them that they're able to make this.
I'm also the case that the Nuggets were the third best team in the league this year, just by playoff results. Because you can make the case. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying one could argue that you would argue back clearly, but I'm saying There's only two teams that took OKC to 7,
Correct.
And that's Denver and Indiana.
Correct.
So. And now Denver, I would say Denver, I think they probably got better.
I think that Cam Johnson also, by the way, is underrated. Like, I think he's very underrated as a player, and I think that he's going to work very, very well.
He was a deal breaker in the Kevin Durant trade.
For Kevin Durant?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying Kevin Durant urged them to add him for whatever reason that was. Bizarre. But
anyway. Next, Dorian Finney-Smith, your guy, as we established yesterday. He went to the Rockets, who are just... Rockets have been making moves this offseason.
Yep.
They also signed Clint Capela. And I don't know, man. Rockets, the actual second best team of the league. Was ousted was it round 1 or round 2?
Round
Round one by the Warriors.
round
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
round one. They're making moves. They want a title this year.
I will be honest with you. You know what? I didn't even look at the numbers. That's upsetting. Dorian Finney-Smith, I think we talked about him yesterday. Good shooter, can play defense. I don't love him though, and I think that they could have done more with this money.
So funny because it's not what you said yesterday.
No, I'm saying for
Yesterday
the
you were like,
Lakers.
I love Dorian Finney-Smith. He's my
No,
guy.
he's good. I'm saying I think that they could have done what they gave what they gave him. I feel like they could have done more with, but it's fine. Like meaning he's a good player. He's going to help this team. He's going to be there. Basically, he's going to be their PJ Tucker. He's the modern day PJ Tucker.
Kevin O'Connor likes him.
He's good. He's a good player.
D'Angelo Russell is going to the Mavs.
Don't understand it at all, but yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's Kyrie's out, and someone's got to be in that spot for a couple months.
I just thought that they would have somebody like AD has to play with D'Angelo Russell again. Number one, which I think is funny. Number two is I understand that their defense, kind of 3 through 5, right, is lockdown defenders. They're very good. I just thought that they would get
5.
Sorry, my brain is not working. Flag, Anthony Davis, and then Gafford potentially or Lively, all very good defenders.
Well, you could put Cooper at the 2 and then make it 2 through 5.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think what's interesting to me is D'Angelo Russell can, not that he does well off the ball, but you can kind of say, okay, D'Angelo, chill for a minute, let Cooper kind of play point for a few minutes here. It takes pressure off of the both of them and allows Cooper to kind of expand his game a little bit more in his rookie year, which is crazy. So,
yeah, I think D'Angelo Russell is like someone who could create his own shot when Kyrie's not there, and then someone who can be help for Kyrie when Kyrie sits. But they didn't pay him a lot. They're not going to pay him, and I don't think it's like such a big deal. Like I don't think he's such an asset, but I think like I actually like the signing.
Okay, good. Okay, listen. Meaning when I say I don't understand it, I'm just saying like I don't. A lot of these signings, I feel like I just don't know how much it moves the needle. This is one of those that I don't know how much it moves the needle. I just think that we've seen D'Angelo Russell in a lot of positions that have not been beneficial.
Almost every person that we're going to go through is the 4th to 7th best player on their team.
Right, fair.
So obviously these things aren't moving needles, but you have to fill your roster 1 through 12. So,
right. But okay, like,
none of these are really real needle moving rosters. Like we're talking about 4 through 8 guys.
Right. There are some picks though that some signings that I like better than others, but we'll keep going through it and we'll get to those.
Yeah. How do you like Brook Lopez to the Clippers?
That's one that I think gives them versatility in regards to shooting outside. I'm a big Brook Lopez guy. I just think that he's, after last season, I don't know what he really brings to a basketball team at this point. He's not very mobile anymore. And again, he provides them shooting, but there's a lot of players that you could have gotten to give you shooting. Like he kind of just stands in the paint, and I feel like the Clippers don't really need that necessarily. So
counter. Mm-hmm. What do you think of this lineup? Would you want to face this lineup if you were an NBA team? Norman Powell, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Zubac, and Lopez.
Would I want to face them? Sure, yeah.
I would not.
On offense, I would love to face that team.
Play them. Like play a basketball game against them. That's a lineup.
But what is that? Like I was thinking about it.
How many teams have a better 5 than those 5?
Yeah, but how many teams can stay on the okay? Let me put it this way. This is what I was thinking about while I was watching the Thunder play in the finals and Tyrese Halliburton get injured. Okay, if the Clippers did go on a run, with the amount of games that were played in this offseason, I mean, every offseason the same amount of games, obviously, but I'm saying, as you're watching the wear and tear on these guys, do you think the Clippers would have made it healthy through?
No, but that's a different question. But I'm talking about this.
But I'm saying in terms of what happened last year, them signing a 37-year-old Brook Lopez doesn't make any sense to me for the success of this team.
I hear that. Makes sense.
That's all.
It's a great point. All right, the big one. Jordan Clarkson to the Knicks.
Dude. Dude.
I can't.
Come on.
I can't be a Jordan Clarkson fan. I'm gonna be.
Why? Why can't you?
He's like, he is like the most. He's been a good stats, bad team guy his entire career.
That's because he kept getting traded to bad teams. I think,
So
I think that the
you gotta
Jazz.
prove it to me.
It's
Like,
fine.
you gotta like. I think I'm gonna talk myself into him, but like he is. Let me go through the roster, okay?
Go. Yeah.
Jalen Brunson is better than him.
Yeah.
Um, who's on the Knicks? What the heck's wrong with me? Okay, OG Anunoby is better than him. Bridges is better than him. Karl Anthony Towns is better than him. Josh Hart better than him, but not offensively.
No, I don't know. I like him better.
Josh Hart's a better player. Okay, that's
Yeah.
five. Now we have Mitchell Robinson, who's just different. Like they bring different things to the table.
Yeah, polar opposite. Yeah.
And he's probably right in that 7 spot.
So I'll be honest with you. This is where I'm excited about him for the Knicks. Those campaign minutes needed an upgrade. He is definitely an upgrade over the campaign minutes.
Yeah. So the question is, I want him to be what J.R. Smith was for the Knicks.
I think he will. be.
That would be nice.
Look,
but like I'm just nervous with these like good stats, bad team guys that he's just gonna like shoot and like.
So I'll tell you what I think is going to drop off. I think the good stats, bad team part of this was his assists. His assists looked promising on the Jazz. I think it was Will Hardy's system. I think he doesn't really pass the ball so much. So that part of it isn't great. But neither does campaign. And he works fine if he just hits more shots, which is what Jordan Clarkson will do.
There's a big chance that I'm gonna like it's gonna be November. He's gonna have like 40 points. I'm just gonna be like, Levy, Clarkson's my guy.
I think he's just gonna. I think he's gonna hit shots.
Icon.
I think he's gonna hit shots, and you're gonna be like. I think he's like a perfect MSG guy because he is like J.R. Smith in the way that he'll hit those shots. Like
he's gonna light up the crowd. He's gonna light up the crowd.
I would say more closer to Iman Shumpert because I feel like J.R. Smith like sometimes had big moments where he like missed shots. Like J.R., what's going on here? You're in MSG, you know. Iman Shumpert, I feel like always came through in MSG. It's closer to that, but he's not going to move the needle for you, but he is going to give you a little bit more energy, and I feel like it's just what the Knicks need. And it's like they need obviously more fortifying, but it's a good pickup for them for not so expensive.
Okay, Jake LaRavia. Did you see what the controversy that went on here?
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Chris Haynes said he signed with the Kings, and Shams said he signed with the Lakers at like the exact same time. And everyone was like, what? Like, Haynes versus Shams. But I think Shams is right, and he's signing with the Lakers. So, point Shams. Sorry, Chris Haynes. Are you a Jake LaRavia guy?
I don't know. I just feel like I haven't seen enough. I like he has potential. You know who are?
Who
Bill
is?
Simmons. Yeah, Bill Simmons and Ryan Russillo. They like Jake LaRavia.
Well, is it LaRavia? Am I saying his name wrong?
Who knows these days?
I'm not sure I've watched a single minute of him.
Yeah, I've watched a few minutes of him, but
I don't think I'm worthy of having an opinion.
It's not what the Lakers were looking for, I feel like. So,
Nickeil Alexander-Walker to the Hawks.
This is big. I think this is. I'm serious. I know. I understand it. You have your criticisms. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I really think is a very good role player. It's a big loss for the Timberwolves because they don't have as many people. Like he's a very good primary defender. He's also a good team defender. This is big for the Hawks. This really, like, they were getting there. Now I think that they have a possibility of being really top 3 in the East.
Top 3 in the East. Let's go through the Hawks roster now for a second. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
So,
this one I brought receipts on. Okay, we can go through this quickly even. Let's do it.
The Hawks roster?
Yeah. Like and the placement of the top 3 seeds in the East.
Okay, great. So Trae Young.
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson.
Yep.
Kristaps Porzingis. Dyson Daniels. Is Nickeil Alexander-Walker the 4th best player, the 5th best player now?
Honestly, to me, it cycles in and out of him and Kristaps. because Kristaps isn't always on the court.
So you're
And
putting Dyson Daniels ahead of both of them.
yeah. Dyson Daniels is a very, very good player.
Okay. So, but that's the 5.
Yeah.
In whatever order you want. Okay, so now take that 5. Is anyone significant on their bench? Off the top of my head, I can't do it. But
Okongwu. He's as a backup he's really solid.
Okay.
They now have Asa Noel.
Okay, let's stop talking about the Hawks backups. If we're getting there, we don't need to go through the 12 men.
Well, they have Risache, to be fair.
Oh, Risache is a person. I would put Risache above the first 2 you said because he shows a lot of promise and
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a fun team.
I have other guys. I have other guys that I like, but Quinn Snyder. Someone pronounced it Quinn Schneider, and now I don't know what to do with myself because is it Snyder?
Snyder.
I thought so.
He's not a Jew.
He's I think that this team is like one of those offshoots of like a 7 seconds or less kind of team. They were really good they were fun last season to watch. Not good, but they were fun to watch last season. I think that this season they have also like the personnel to make it like a good team, and I hope that they stay healthy. And I would like for them to go on a run. I think it's worth it.
I love it. So let's just talk out your top 3 in the East.
Sure.
So the top 3, I think. Let's say top. All right, I'm just going to list a team. You tell me if the Hawks are going to be better than them.
Yes.
Will the Hawks be better than the Cavs?
Ooh, that's a really good question, actually.
Thank you. I'm just saying they were the number 1 seed last year. That's how I'm doing.
Right. No, I know, but I'm saying, but I feel like the Hawks.
About them?
I don't think that they'll be. I don't think they'll be better than the Cavs.
Okay.
I don't think they'll be better than the Cavs.
You think the Hawks will be better than the Celtics without Jason Tatum? Okay.
Yes.
I think me too.
You know what? I think I didn't think about the Cavs. I think it's 4. I think you're right. But let's keep going.
Knicks.
No, Knicks will be better.
Okay. Pistons.
Pistons will be better.
Magic.
Yeah, I think they'll be. I think regular season record they're going to be better than the Magic.
The Hawks are going to be better than the Magic. Okay, we're going to disagree on that.
That's fine.
Meaning yeah.
But I think it's.
I hear
the
side.
Magic.
I just think like this Bane addition and Powell is going to take a leap, and I think that's just going to be more than what the Hawks could give.
I think the team will be better. Like meaning, I think that if they match up in the playoffs, they're going to lose to them. But I think in terms of like regular season, like the Hawks just have the ability to like run and gun. I think that like their offense will win them more games than the Magic overall. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. The Bucks.
Yeah.
Do you think the Hawks will be better?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the Pacers?
Yeah. I think that the Pacers. I do really think that Tyrese Halliburton, like the offense that they were running, it really, really feeds a lot off of Tyrese Halliburton's energy and effort. I think that they will be fine, but I don't think that this team will be able to be as good without like really, really they'll be significantly damaged by not having Tyrese Halliburton out there.
76ers?
I think yes, but they're a wild card.
So the teams,
I think it's 4.
Yes. So it's Cavs, Knicks, Pistons, and then you have the Hawks as the 4.
Yeah, I think so.
So I would have Magic over them.
That's fine.
And I think I have them like in a battle with the Bucks, Celtics, and 76ers.
I don't think you're putting enough respect on them. I can hear what the argument is.
The opposite. I'm putting who do you think I'm putting too much respect for? Because
Celtics.
Yeah, I think the Celtics are actually gonna contend. I think it's that. It's less the disrespect for the Hawks. Like I think they're both gonna be in like the mid to 40 wins.
You know what's interesting? I actually do. So I'll contend with you a little bit. I think the argument, what I understand from your argument, and the argument I think I agree with is, I think that people are underrating how good the East is going to be.
Sure, yeah. I think people are too mean to the East.
Yeah. I also think that the
Um,
Sixers are going to have a
that
bounce back
being
year.
said, I think that's true for the regular season, not the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I think the playoffs, there's really 2 or 3 teams that can really
Well,
make the finals.
I think that the Sixers are going to have a bounce back year. The caveat to that is that they have a lot of players who don't play because of injury time.
Yeah, Joel
So
Embiid is not making the finals, so that's the thing. They'll have a good regular season. I also think they're going to have a good regular season, but like
I'm
I
with you.
think the teams that can make the finals next year are, if I'm being honest with myself, it's the Knicks, the Pistons, and the Magic, and I just really don't believe in the Cavs. Like I'm out on the Cavs as a playoff team.
I
I'm
got
out.
it.
It's been
Yeah,
years. Others would
yeah.
say like, "What are you talking about?" Like they're going to be good. Like yeah, they'll be good, but I think they're going to lose to everyone in the playoffs. And I the like Giannis is the best player in the conference. Therefore, I cannot like he's always going to be in the mix for me of something.
I think that you made the call before about the Cavs that they remind you kind of the Raptors. I think it's right, like the old
In the
Raptors.
LeBronto years, you're saying?
Yeah. I
Yes.
think it's right in the way that there's a lot of dynamics that they have on their team that they just are not able to figure out, and I don't think that they will. I think like that was a very spot on call by you. It was good.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Bruce Brown is on the Nuggets as well. He's back.
This is
Love
big.
that for
This is
him.
actually big.
Love
I think
that
this is
for
very
him.
big.
He was huge in the title run. The Nuggets look good. I forgot to mention Bruce Brown. We talked about the Nuggets earlier. I love the Nuggets now. Like the West, the like.
I think they got better pieces around Jokic. I don't. I still think that they're like a. I don't trust them as actual contenders. They need a little bit more for me to feel like okay, they've really significantly changed, or they need more, not a little more. They need more. But this, like, they've made the right move so far, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Ty Jerome to the Grizzlies is looking like you're gonna win our bet with especially with JJJ signing the extension. That is
Yeah.
a nice look for Levy Jacob. That Burgers Bar might be coming to you. We're gonna wait till the season starts, but that really seems like the way they're going is they're gonna build around JJJ and Ja, and Ty Jerome is basically the new Desmond Bain.
I feel like he's the new Scottie Pippen Jr. Like, I wonder what they're going to do with him now because they kind of play the
Scottie
same
Pippen Jr.
role.
out.
No, that's what
Oh,
I'm
so
saying. They play the same
like
role.
I mean he's replacing Bain. Like that when I
Ah,
said the new, I meant replacing.
yeah. You don't like him so much, Nachon?
Nah.
Or correct?
Yeah, I'm not a Ty Jerome guy. I feel like he had one good year.
Well,
And
he was very injured the rest of the time. There was like a whole story about him how Steph also
yeah,
gave him his ankle,
ankle doctor.
whatever you want to call it. Yeah, the ankle braces.
Listen. He had one good year on a team that completely choked in the playoffs and had a good regular season that were frauds the entire time.
I
So, like, I need
I
to
would have
see.
liked him to go. I would have liked him to go elsewhere, if I'm being
If
honest.
I was a GM, I would not trade for him. I'll say that. Like,
Okay.
because he's worth more to you than he's worth to me.
Well, that's why there's a lot of people who are like mocking him to the Magic. I think I would have liked him better there, but whatever, it's fine.
New. Oh, we forgot this player who just signed with the Hawks. Luke Kennard. Great signing. Love Luke Kennard. Yeah, the Hawks are good. That's a great 6-man. Him and Ricochet off the bench. I like it. Doesn't change my voting of what we did earlier, but I like Luke Kennard to the Hawks. It's a great.
Yeah, I just feel like he's always one of those guys. Like he was like a Wayne Ellington. Do you know what I'm saying? Like everyone was like Wayne Ellington. He's like such a shooter, and then like he would just get traded to like middling teams. You're like, so what's the? If he
For
was
sure.
good enough, they'd try to get him. You know?
For sure. All right, the next one I have hype. I saw this tweet. I love it. I'm just gonna read this tweet. Ready? 10 years, 3 championships, countless screens, endless rebounds, 0 complaints. Kevon Looney was the soul of Golden State, the glue guy, the unsung hero, the man who did the dirty work so the stars could shine. Through injuries, dynasty runs, rebuilds, he never folded, just clocked in, clocked out, kept the culture alive, and now he's gone.
Is this the Warriors version of Chris Verno. Is that who this is? That's tweeting this.
What? This was
This is a
clutch.
very.
This is a clutch.
Oh,
I loved it. I was like, dang, like I didn't think I'd get chills about Kevon Looney. But like
this is like a.
I do even remember him in the Raptors. Remember his grimace in the Raptors series being like, oh, like Looney is playing through pain right now. Like the dude just like is a fighter.
He's a hard worker. He's a hard worker,
and like he should get a tribute video when he comes back to the Warriors. Like it'd be the funniest tribute video of just him grimacing.
Rebounding and grimacing.
Yeah, but I'm a big Kevon Looney guy. It's gonna be weird seeing him in another jersey.
Especially those ugly New Orleans jerseys.
Yeah, I also probably won't be watching too much Pelicans, so I don't know how much I'm gonna be seeing him in this jersey. But you said you had something to say about the Pelicans, so yeah.
Yes. Go. I think you know the whole joke about the 3D chess, the 4D chess, whatever.
Like the I don't know the joke.
Like everybody else is like people think it's a stupid move, but people like he's really playing 4D chess. Like that's what they said like Nickeil about trading Luka and getting the first pick.
Yeah.
I think that Joe Dumars is playing 5D Connect 4.
Okay.
This team makes no sense. It makes no sense. You're like, okay, what can Zion Williamson do? Maintain interior presence. Okay, let's sign every single forward and center that only plays inside the paint. What is this? Okay, so let's go get a guard. Let's get a guard that can only go inside. He can't shoot. Like, I just, except for Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole will have so many rebounders for his shot, he won't have to worry about it. I don't get this team. I still don't get this team.
I want to go, I feel like the Pelicans, they've become like a joke. Whereas like 2 years ago, they're like, on the right night, they're the best team in the league. So I want to just go through with you now because it's crazy that that's where we were 2 years ago, and they won the Zion lottery, which was probably besides Wemby and Flag the best lottery
projected,
pick the most hyped lottery pick of the last since LeBron.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go through these teams. Tell me who's better than the Pelicans. Okay. Ready to go.
This year?
Yeah. Who's gonna have a better record?
Okay.
The Thunder.
Come on.
The Rockets. The Lakers.
Yeah.
The Nuggets.
Yeah.
The Clippers.
Yeah.
The Timberwolves.
Yes.
The Warriors.
Yeah.
This is all assuming there's no injuries, obviously.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies.
Yes.
The Mavericks.
Yes.
The Kings. Now we're getting to a maybe.
Yeah. This is closer to a maybe, but I still think yes.
Okay. The Suns.
No.
Okay. The Blazers.
Ooh. Because I want to, I'm going to say yes.
Okay. And the Jazz.
I think they will. Yeah, I do think they will.
Okay, wait. And the Spurs. I forgot about the Spurs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You basically just by through the process of elimination, you've put the Pelicans 14th and the Suns 15th in the West.
Yeah.
Like you think the Suns are the worst team in the West? It's just by process of elimination. You just You're now predicting Suns are the worst team in the West and the Pelicans are the second to worst team in the West because we went through every team in the West.
Maybe I would swap those two, honestly. I know that I said no. Maybe I would swap those two.
So now you think the Pelicans are the worst team in the West?
Yeah, I think so.
And the Suns are the second worst team in the West.
Do you have their roster with you?
So I have, let's see. I don't know if I have their new updated roster. No, like Bruce Brown's still on here. It's hard to find like the new rosters when they get back. I'll tell you what the thing. The East is top heavy. Not top heavy, but like the top couple seeds can contend. The bottom of the West are good.
Well, that's what I mean. If you look at last season, look at the win-loss records. Like aside from the Jazz, who literally rested players because they didn't want to win. Okay, I'm going to take you through. Man, it's annoying because I don't have it. Whatever. Okay, Yves Missi is still there. Okay, Jordan Hawkins, good shooter, Jose Alvarado, Trey Murphy III, Antonio Reeves, I think is still there. Carlo Matkovic, who's a center or power forward. DeJounte Murray, Zion Williamson, Kelly Olynyk is there. Herb Jones, and then it's the new players. So you have Jeremiah Fears, Derek Queen, Kevon Looney. Did they sign anybody else yet? I think that's it for now. Okay. Majority of that roster. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I said Zion.
That's a big one.
Majority of their roster is power forwards and centers. Like a very strong majority. Oh, and Jordan Poole. I didn't say, I don't think.
Oh, yeah, Jordan Poole, Kevon Looney, teammates again. Part of the Warriors run.
Maybe now Kevon Looney will punch Jordan Poole.
Maybe. Anyway, my point is that, like, the Pelicans have gone from, like, the most hyped team to, like, literally last place with no real hope for the future.
But even then, well, especially because they traded their first round pick for next year, even then, I didn't believe in them. Willie Green really pulled something out special. So I hope, again, I love to see competitive basketball. I hope for the Pelicans' sake that they really do, like, I want to be surprised. I want to be disappointed by my take and be surprised that they are good. So I hope for them.
Okay. Caris LeVert to the Pistons is sneaky by the Pistons. I like that one.
I like Caris LeVert a lot still.
That was a sneaky move by them. Well done. And last but not least, also, the Spurs are so good at this. They signed Lou Kornet. People might, like, I was at the Lou Kornet 7 blocks game. So I now think Lou Kornet is a god because the one time I saw him in person, he just, like, completely dominated. So I think this is a great signing by them.
It's a great get. It makes them also not have to play. So, I mean, he doesn't do what Wemby does, but in terms of, like, how the schemes on the floor look when you have another 7-footer that you can put behind Wemby, it really helps them work. It's a big loss for the Celtics, though. It's a very big loss for the Celtics.
Yeah, huge.
Also, there was one more. That's not so important, but there was a guy who was signed from Fenerbahce.
There's a bunch also. Let's just say this. We'll do it tomorrow if there's nothing to talk about. But Gary Trent Jr., Plumlee, we missed a few. But they're just not as significant, and we're running out of time. So that was the Daily Basketball Recap. I want to thank you, Levy, for co-hosting, producing the audio, for not saying anything mean about Jalen Green. It's really nice to see we talked about the Suns. You didn't say anything mean about Jalen Green, but you did kind of a little bit because you said you think they'd be like the second worst team in the West. But you said second worst instead of worst, so maybe that was nice to Jalen Green. I want to thank you, Max, for producing the video and for not helping us with the content today. Today the content was all me. I want to thank me for the content, and I want to thank you for listening.